I want to thank Governor Dean and acknowledge that we're all here as citizens of the world. And Governor Dean spoke as a leader in the United States. And our next speaker, Rita Sismuth, former president of the German Bundestag, has also spoken out. But it's not simply a matter of us being from our respective countries. It's about us being citizens of the world. And with that, I'd like to invite Rita to say a few words.
Thank you. After listening to our session, my first reaction is everything, the most important points has been said. But let me express first, not only as a woman, because the concern is for both, for men and women. But what I have to say is, first of all, the problem we discuss since a longer time, perhaps only as a minority, has to become a majority. That's the first and most important thing. So that neither politicians nor citizens can say, what's that? Camp Arshad. And my obligation, my personal obligation as a politician and as a citizen, when we don't demonstrate a very strong solidarity, in this case, who in the country of Iran can have any kind of confidence in us, any kind of credibility and hope? So it's at the same time Camp Ashraf and the Iranian opposition itself. And it has to encourage and to bring more confidence in the so-called developed, democratically developed country. Because my question is more and more, yes, we live in a democracy, but do we really practice democracy? And that's the question at this moment. So there is no reason to have a certain understanding for those people telling us we can't afford it. Let's negotiate. No further conflict with Iraq. No, that's a case of conflict, of deep conflict, and we have to do all our best to insist, to focus on it every day. Because my political experience is when you don't raise your voice, nothing will happen. So it's not only the question of the politicians, but of the broader society, the intellectuals, the people concerned, and there is nobody to be excluded from this responsibility. My fear is, as was already expressed, we can't have any kind of trust in the Iraq government. It's not only Iran, it's at the same time Iraq. And the question could and should be, what did you learn from all your catastrophes in your own country? But that perhaps will not help us. But in any case, and it was said several times, this date is unacceptable. You can't deal with human rights on primarily a pragmatic approach. This has to be a message for all of us here, but also outside, because we are more and more used to speak about human rights, but not to practice them, and to see how certain people are really violated, tortured, killed. And so the case of the camp Ashraf is much more than only this camp in a special situation. But with this camp, we demonstrate if we develop strengths or more readiness for compromise in a better or not in a good way. And it's very decisive if you give up or if you not give up. And therefore I think we are all challenged, European Union, United States, United Nations. So when it was said this morning we need a collective approach, I think politically we need it, because these interviews with everybody, I don't believe that they feel to more justice and humanity. We have to defend it as a whole group in big danger and to give them a status outside. No forced relocation within Iraq. We have to protect not only outside, within our countries. And when we are really negotiating burden sharing, then nobody is overburdened, that we have more confidence and a better feeling with ourselves and in our connection with human beings. Thank you.